He's been listening to it.
Oh, that's sick.
I think. Yeah.
So, hey Elijah, welcome back to Organic Matters. I'm your co-host, Dominic George.
And this is Tomas Salas over here in this corner.
And this is Organic Matters. Welcome to the 7th episode.
7th episode. 7 times 2 is 14, if you didn't know. And 14 is a cool number.
Why?
Because that's what my sister just turned this week. She just turned 14.
I feel like from 12 to 13, that's big. And then 13 to 14
is also big.
It seems big.
Every single year that you grow up as like a teenager, and even like the developmental stages of your life, like those years that you grow up, every single year is so much different.
Cap. I think from 16 to 17 don't feel any different.
Oh, that's so different for me. I feel like it's so
I've had times where they ask how old I am and I go 16, 17.
Okay, well, it sounds so similar.
No, it's not just similar.
It sounds so unsimilar. Like 16 just sounds so much less old than 17. Same with 18.
So think about it. It's not
thinking about it.
It's not like freshman and sophomore, not a big jump. Sophomore to junior, huge jump.
They're both huge jumps.
I think freshman and sophomore felt zero different.
I think freshman, I don't know. I guess maybe we just developed a little different.
We developed a little different.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean?
I'd say that every single year of my life I've developed more and learned more about life because I have a whole nother year under my belt.
You sure?
Yeah, that's how it works, living.
How
are you living?
Living, I think it's overrated.
Honestly.
But, that's typically how the BS goes.
Yeah, straight up.
Have you not seen that TikTok?
No, is it Tyler, the Creator?
No, it's EDP, the pedophile.
Oh, okay.
But I saw it because, in AP Lit, we never do the reading that we're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So, the whole friend group I'm with, we're always just like, yeah, so it's really profound. And it was like this TikTok, and it was EDP saying, it was like in class when you didn't read the book, and he's like,
yeah. Like in the Socratic seminar.
Yeah, and he's like, overrated, but, that's typically how it goes. And I just think it's so funny how he says that. I mean...
So hilarious. I don't think it's that funny.
You're not funny.
Honestly. You know what is funny, though? When we were about to dap there for a second, last podcast when I was editing it, there was a time where I looked at the dap and I was like, that is such a solid dap. And I went back and watched it like 7 times because of how solid of a dap it was.
Do you like the finger dap?
No, absolutely not. I hate it. I hate anything
Why'd
different.
you finger dab me, though?
No, you did.
No, you literally did. Do you know why?
No, you just kept your finger out.
You know why? It's because I have a friend, and he only dabs up like that.
Yeah. Okay,
and
so
his hands are 2 times bigger than mine, so as soon as he sticks that finger out,
I
have to.
That's exactly how it was this Friday. Yesterday, I went to the game. I went to the school game, homecoming school game, for school, and football, and I was like re-meeting all of these people that I haven't talked to in like years.
Was that the last home game?
I'm not sure, but since I'm in early college, it's like a thing where I get to graduate high school with my associate's degree. It's pretty sick. I am completely like isolated from the rest of like normal high school. So all these people from like middle school and freshman year that I had classes with, I had met them again for the second time. And every time I'd go up and be like, yo, what's... They would do that.
They finger dab you?
Yeah, they'd finger dab me, and I'm like, okay, are we going to the next step? Because there's a second step to finger dab where you go to thumb and then pinky and then
that's
finger.
Different. That's different.
No, and then finger, and then up to thumb again, and then through the all fingers. And that's like the like the ultra dab.
No, there's more. There's a different one where like you end with your fingers like this and you snap twice.
What the heck?
I have no idea how it works. Something like that.
That's difficult.
I don't know. Maybe we're just bad at handshakes.
Nah, the ultra dap though, in my opinion, is just like that. I love that, and then no snap afterwards because that's just dumb.
I think that if
just one good solid motion.
I think
of unity.
I was gonna talk about because if the snaps are in unison, looks cooler, way better, feels cooler. But if the snaps aren't in unison, then it's just not it. You know. So you have to know if you're gonna snap or not. But
how are you supposed to know?
I only snap with friends I know, and we like know that we snap. You know.
You always do it, and I don't like it. And then I hear you do it, I'm like, oh.
No, but dude, because like you know I snap, so you snap too.
I know you snap, but I don't want to snap.
Okay, ready? We're gonna snap and try to do it at the same time. Right now, ready? That was sick.
That was not.
It was cringe. You think it's better to just go?
Yeah.
I think that the snap is like a nice concluding. You know, it's like at the end of a speech when you go, "Thank you." You know, it's not just like. And that is why Metapause is real. It'd
be fine.
Nah,
it'd be fine.
You gotta say thank you.
No, you don't have to say
Every good speech has a thank you in it.
I don't think so.
You're thanking the audience for listening.
I do thank the audience for listening because they're epic, dude. The Organic Matters people who listen all the way through are honestly my favorite type of people because they enjoy listening to me.
To you. I think they like me more. We should do a poll.
We should definitely not do a poll because that would hurt my self-esteem.
You think I'm better than you?
Nah, dude. No, definitely not.
No, definitely not. Probably
not.
not.
But actually, though, it doesn't really matter because like we're both learning, and it's like It's like I like this better honestly than tapping. Handshakes.
Oh, dude.
Solid handshake.
We can talk about homecoming week. So
we definitely can.
We talked before how like Toga Day was gonna be a whack or Business Day was gonna be whack. Business Day was actually sick.
Business Day was sick.
Your fit, you tried. It's just you didn't have the right clothes, you know.
Okay, it wasn't exactly business. It was more of like CEO of a tech company.
Okay, explain your fit.
I had this huge leather jacket.
The one he had on the last podcast.
Leather jacket on.
The podcast.
I had like a black shirt, black pants, black dress shoes. It felt like it was a blackout day, but then I just had a jacket on and I wore sunglasses and I had a super slick man bun in. And it kind of looked like I was in the Matrix too. So I felt super cool all day.
Half Matrix, half tech company. Now I wore.
Oh, especially when I had the AirPods in and I had the iced coffee.
Now you definitely wore a tech company. I wore for Business Day. I wore like khakis, a button up, and a tie, and that's it. But the whole day, instead of going around and being like, "What's up, man?" and dabbing them up, right?
Yeah, you'd shake their hand.
I'd go like this. Good to see you, Mr. Salas.
Yeah.
I call him by the last name.
You do a firm handshake because that's super important.
I wouldn't like. I would go like. Just like a nice.
Oh. Huh.
You know.
I usually go in for like I'm saying something for a second while I shake their hand.
Yeah, but that's more of like you're talking over the handshake. It was more just like, good to see you, Mr. Salas.
Yeah, gotcha.
And it was so sick the whole day. It was so sick.
A firm handshake is, in my opinion, one of the most important things when you're meeting someone because they can feel your presence, your not masculinity, just your power. They can feel your power in your handshake. It's the first impression. I
just felt like doing like calling people by their last name.
Oh yeah.
And saying good to see you, blah. I just felt like I don't know.
Well, it's like we already know those people, so like a handshake doesn't really matter.
It just felt sick, dude. It felt nice. Cool. I don't know how to explain it, but it just felt
love giving people handshakes. That's why COVID really sucked.
No, but it was cool going around. It just I don't know. Pick up people by the last name. We're all dressed up in our business attire and going, "Good to see you, Mr. House." I did it to everyone, and
this whole that whole week though, it was lacking in participation. Like compared to 3 years ago when homecoming week was for our freshman year and like the seniors would wear togas. Every single senior would wear a toga. It was like a thing. But
wait, I have a theory.
On toga day for our toga day, it was maybe 1/6 of the seniors wore a toga.
I saw a lot of people wearing togas.
I saw not okay. Well, then early college was just much different.
Oh yeah, dude. I have a picture of my whole Spanish class was wearing a toga.
That's cool.
And
I wish.
The best part is we had someone who he wore like the Jesus sandals, and he had like long flowy hair, So we took a picture of him with,
like this.
he was like this, and
Yeah.
the whole class was around him going.
Oh.
It was such a sick picture.
I think I saw it on
Yeah,
social
it
media
was on
somewhere.
on the King Court.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was sick. But
I participated every single day, and I went all out for business, flannel, jersey, toga, blackout, all of those. I went all out, head to toe.
Yeah.
Spirit.
The thing is so we had a full freshman year, and we did the whole thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the sophomore year we had one, but the freshmen, I think they're like the juniors and sophomores, they didn't participate as much because like they didn't know how they might have thought it was like cringy, and not many people did it because they didn't see us like doing it the year before, or like because of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So us doing it
It's a good
now,
thought.
they were like, oh, so it's not cringe. Like I was talking to some guy in my sister's grade. So he's a sophomore. He's on the soccer team. He's like, yeah, I wore business thinking I was gonna be like only one and it was gonna be cringy, but it's everyone's doing it. Like a lot of people are doing it, so it's like nah. I'm like, yeah, dude, it's sick. You should definitely do it.
Yeah, I mean, sorry, dressing up in any sort of like special outfit is fun.
But they are, I think, people that made up the days even made it easier to participate.
Mm-hmm.
Business day,
flannel.
Yeah, flannel day. That was the easiest day.
And it was like fun. Like even though it's like such a, we talked about this on the last podcast.
Yeah.
Like even though it's such like a boring thing because everyone has a flannel. Like when so many people wear it, it's fun.
And then the business, that's not that hard. And people are like, PJ, dude. People, we could talk about how it actually went.
Yeah.
People literally wore PJs to school.
Yeah, it was like 1/4 of people wore PJs and 2/3 of people wore business.
I saw more pajamas in business, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I saw more business.
My weights class, I pull up. I was the only one wearing business.
I was wearing business.
You and me were the only one wearing business. I saw like a bunch of people.
There were people who actually thought that PJs was the correct day. Like that was the set day.
Yeah, I saw people on their stories being like
from school.
PJ day. I'm like, it's not PJ day. And then someone's like, look at my country club outfit.
What the heck?
I was like, dude, it's flannel day.
That's cringe. Being the person to wear a country club is kind of cringe because they're the only one.
I'm thankful I didn't see anyone wearing the cowboy hat though for the.
That'd be kind of funny though. It's either cringe or like hilarious.
Well, I think that this year was a lot easier to participate than
last year.
Than our freshman year.
I don't even remember what it was.
I remember there was a meme day. What do you wear for meme day?
So many things, Dom.
What would you wear for meme day?
I'd probably paint my face green and make myself Pepe.
That was you did? You know what
Maybe.
You know what I did? Guess.
Or I'd just hold a plate and a croissant on it the whole day. And
then you drop it?
No. Every time I like almost run into someone, I go, oh!
You must make me drop
my croissant. That'd be kind of funny.
Wait, what? But I remember. I know what I wore. Guess. Try and guess. What I wear for meme day?
Freaking memes. I don't know.
If your guess was a blonde wig and a Logan Paul sweatshirt, you'd be right.
He's a meme. Okay.
Yeah, Suicide Forest meme. I mean, it was a meme. People did make memes out of it.
Yeah, they did.
But so that's what I wore for meme day.
It's
kind of worked.
Clever. Worked.
I don't remember anything else. I just remember for 70s, the Decades Day, for freshmen, I looked sick.
That's hard to do.
But, dude, I looked sick. Mine was like text.
You know what they did? They played music throughout the halls, and a bunch of people said they hated it. I loved it. Like, I thought it created an atmosphere.
You know why they hated it?
People to be happy and, like, bounce around and actually have spirit.
I was like, music, but the reason why I was kind of sad is because that's the approved list. I saw the unapproved list.
What was the unapproved list?
It had like Kanye, J. Cole.
No way.
No role models was on the list. And the principal said, no.
Well, I mean.
And I was like,
what are you going to do?
Well, fool me once, shame on you.
Fool me twice. Fool me once, can't get fooled again.
Dude, I was in Chipotle. Mm-hmm. No role models comes on. And I'm like vibing. I look. So the person cutting up like something was like, one time. I look to my right. This girl, let me try. I can put the. She hears me singing on my mask and she's like, "I'm going to see him in December."
No
I'm
way.
like, "What? That's sick.
Dude, I want to go to a concert so bad.
And then the cashier was like, 3 times. Peace out. So it was so sick. I was like, no way everyone loves this song that much.
Chipotle is honestly a vibe. One time I went in there, and like Chipotle is kind of infamous for like their huge lines. Like you go in and there's just like a line out the door. Like people are sitting around waiting for their online orders nowadays with COVID and like online orders. But for some reason, whenever I go to Chipotle, my burrito doesn't fit in the tortilla. No matter what I order, if I just do normal stuff, like one of like a normal burrito, it will be overflowing and they'll have to either double wrap it or something. The first time I go to Chipotle without anyone with me, it is the largest burrito I have ever made. I didn't ask for anything extra except for a little extra rice. I said, can you give a little extra rice? And a little bit extra lettuce. But the guy, he puts his whole hand in the lettuce thing. There's like enough left to where it would be only a little left for the next person, or he could just take the whole thing and it would be a bunch. He grabs the whole amount of lettuce, puts it on the burrito. The whole line behind me starts like the chatter starts. It's like I can hear them like talking about my burrito. I like start looking behind me, looking at the whole line.
Yo, it's a burrito, baby.
No.
Be on the toilet tonight.
No, it's like, you think he's gonna eat all that? I'm like, and so the guy's trying to wrap the burrito up, and he's having trouble. So he's like, yeah, let's try to double wrap this.
Doesn't fit. Triple wrap. Doesn't.
He gets the second double wrap. He's like, this is huge. So they call in the manager. The manager's like, I got this. Cracks the neck.
Puts on his headband. Let's get this.
She just masterfully wraps up this burrito, and it's great. And then the people behind me are like, are you gonna eat all that? I'm like, yeah, I gotta work out later. They're like, no way he's gonna eat all that. And honestly, I probably would not have eaten all of it. And this girl behind me, she starts recording it because of how big the burrito is. It was that big that people were like stunned about how big it was. I don't understand why. And later, I'm like, yo, can you send me that video? She's like, I don't have your number. I'm like, don't worry, I got you. She sends me, I give her my number. She sends me the video.
Did you
I haven't texted her since. I'll text her now. I'll send her the clip of this podcast.
right now? Oh, we're finally talking about the burrito.
Finally, a month later.
Dude, when you said she starts masterfully folding her burrito, I imagine like there's like a montage of her just like folding in slow motion. It's like
It's like a movie.
And she's like flip it. That's all I remember.
And then the total was like $11. It was like nothing. And it was I was like sick.
You know what? It's the complete opposite for me. Whenever I go to Chipotle by myself, my burrito was always super small. They give me like, they go, scoop of rice. I go, can I have half chicken, half steak, please? They're like,
So you could get more.
Yep.
Because you use a little bit more of
They gave me a 4th scoop chicken, 4th scoop steak.
Man.
I'm like, can I have some queso? Queso, cheese.
Queso doesn't add much volume.
A little sprinkle. And I'm like, can I have a little more cheese? Take 1 string, put it on. No. Do. When the folder, they just go.
They just yeah.
Here's your burrito. And dude, it's always so small. And I'm like, you're joking.
Dude, but you always gotta get the chips. The lime, right? Or the salty lime chips are so good.
Chipotle chips are kind of salty.
I love it. I love it. Plus the guac, dude. Guac is so good.
Guac. I get it with guac. So, here's a story with WG. We're going back to reality in kindergarten. Now in kindergarten, have you ever heard of snack time?
Oh, yeah, I love that part.
Every kid loves snack time. Young Dommy Double G, on the other hand, he's a picky eater. Doesn't like many things.
So what does he bring?
The thing about this kindergarten I went to, you don't bring your snack time.
It's provided?
The teachers get the snack time. Now this sounds great for parents. Like, I bet. I don't got to get my kid no snack. But
What I would be afraid of is the nut allergy kid, which was me.
yeah, but I'm not nut allergy, and you're weird.
They
so
bring
shut up.
they bring granola bars.
No.
It says produced in a factory with nuts. As a kindergartner, you can't say, "Oh, I can have that because it says produced in a factory," not like contains nuts.
Shut up. I didn't have a nut allergy, and no one cares. No, people that have nut allergies are just weak and
Dumb.
they didn't evolutionize enough.
Don't
to
scare
have-
away our viewers.
They
What if they all have peanut allergies?
well then they have a physical weakness. Joking. Anyways, so I'm picky eater, right? And
How much can you bench?
dude?
How much can you bench?
Oh yeah, but I can't bench as much as you. But I put one peanut in your mouth and you're gone.
No. I would spit it out. I have a sense.
Who would win? You or the peanut guy on that one mascot with like the sash and the Mayor Peanut? You or Mayor Peanut? Who's winning?
Primary Mayor Peanut.
Mayor Peanut. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, anyways, I'm a picky eater, right? And then so the teachers provide. Now, what do you expect them to bring?
Granola bars, goldfish, rocks.
Rocks?
You know, like from Shrek when the guy brings out the pot of rocks and is like, "Try my new rocks, my magical rocks that
Well,
I
it was kind of like rocks. So they wouldn't bring.
What?
They'd like fruit a lot. They bring a lot of fruit. But
Fruit's
then,
good. Fruit's good. Peaches, pears.
applesauce.
That's not good fruit. That's all right fruit.
But then they bring applesauce a lot, and they bring like sometimes they bring cheese sticks, and like cheese sticks wrapped with like salami or something, and then be kind of pog. But then
That is really good. I
one
love
time
salami.
she's like, "All right, kindergartners, today we're trying avocado." So
So like there's new food days.
yeah, the teacher would want us to try new food.
That's good.
So she cut the avocado. Do you like just plain avocado?
Yes.
So I've never had avocado before.
Avocado.
Avocado. So I was trying. I got a piece of avocado, and it
Put it in your
scared
mouth.
me.
Why are you so scared of green things? This is established.
No, I like green beans and I like peas.
You didn't.
No, I like.
And-
I always like those.
Oh, Wilson. Lettuce.
I hate. Nope, lettuce scary.
Okay, thin green things.
Avocado's not thin.
If you cut it.
It was in a square.
Oh, tofu.
Tofu.
tofu?
Yeah, like tofu.
Tofu avocado.
But, yeah. So
Sounds like tofu no food.
I put the avocado in my mouth, and then I
spit it out.
Spit up and a little
You spit up
I
like you threw
a
up.
little bit of throw up
Oh, that's so nasty.
into my lap.
That's so nasty.
But I had a napkin, so I
and
caught
you
it.
say I'm the one with the physical weakness?
So then I spit up and I was like, I don't like it. And then I looked to the right, and the guy the guy to the right, he's like, "Give me seconds." I'm like, ew, gross, gross. So I have not tried avocado since.
You haven't?
That traumatized me,
Well, we might have to change that.
dude. It's so scary, bro.
Dude, it's literally not. It
It
literally
looks
tastes
so
so good.
scary.
It's so good for you. The oils, the protein, the fats, dude. It's
Dude,
so good for
avocado
you.
looks so
Yo,
scary.
speaking of that, people don't pay enough attention to their protein intake. Like athletes and people who work out, protein is so important for muscle growth and like replenishing the amount of energy your muscles have to rebuild.
You're saying athletes don't, and people that work out don't take enough protein.
Yeah, literally. You should be eating so much protein. Like your body weight's worth of protein in grams. At least, if not like double that. Like somewhere from your body weight to double your body weight, you should be in that every single day.
So if athletes and people who work out and are trying to get stronger don't eat enough protein, even though they're trying to, what about the people that don't work out?
People who don't work out need to focus on their all-around nutrition and physical fitness.
So they need to work out.
Yeah. Everyone needs to work out. It's great for your mind, great for your body. It makes you feel more free because you're stronger, you're able to do more things. I have no physical limitations. Humanely.
Peanuts.
Shut up.
Peanuts.
Yo, when I smacked you earlier like this, it was like I wanted to smack you for real, but I did like a graze thing.
Okay.
So it didn't hurt.
Oh, you're saying you.
I wanted to, but I didn't.
Why? Because I was calling you weak for now.
Because I'm merciful. I'm merciful.
Me saying
I'm merciful.
Me saying that you have a weakness because you can't eat peanuts is like you saying I have a weakness because I'm short. I can't change it. Nothing I can do about it.
This
so
is true. This is true.
Do people have jokes that they like say to you constantly, and do they ever get old?
They used to.
When you were chunky.
Yeah, when I was chunky and we were in that flipping friend group. I was called the Norwegian Mexican baby girl.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
All the time.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Looking back on it now, it's definitely bullying, but in the moment I was fine. I think.
Dude.
maybe it pushed me to get a little skinnier.
Dude, I've been called it since 4th grade.
No, you can't say the M word. You literally can't.
I was yelled. No, I was told it.
You literally can't. You literally can't. The M word for little people is bad. For some little people. Some little people are fine with it, but the M word was derived from little people being kept in cages as pets.
But I was called it.
Okay, we're gonna bleep out the M word that's spelled M-I. Can I even spell? Could you spell like the N word out and it would be fine?
Dude, I think so.
Starts with an M, ends with a T, and it's for little people. I don't like it. I don't like when people say the M word.
So then you're mad for saying that I was called that?
No, I'm not mad at you because you're ignorant.
I didn't say it.
I know!
I was called
You
it.
You just said it.
You're mad at me for saying my own experience of me being... Is that what you're saying?
Dumb! Just don't say it. It's like if you...
Dude,
It's like if you were Mexican and you're called the N word all the time and you just said the N word. Like, I'm being called the N word. You can't say that. You literally can't.
I can't.
No, you can't.
Dude, I think that by saying it, I think that if there are like people listening to it and they have the same experience, they'll be like, yeah, that's not right.
Okay.
It's like
not right.
It's like reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
You can just allude
in class.
You can allude to the word. You don't have to say the word.
It's like reading To Kill a Mockingbird in class and saying, "Oh, that's not right."
It's not. It's not.
Yeah,
right.
You agree with me. You're agreeing with me right now.
Yeah. It's not right to say the N word when reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
It's not right.
It's not. It's not right, especially if you're white. It's fine if you're black. Because that's your word. I saw a TikTok of like the person who first said the N word, and it was like funny but low key inspirational because it's like a black person calling another black person the N word, and the second black person like gets mad at him. He's like, "What'd you call me?" And then the first black guy's like, "We have to reclaim the word for us," and it's like inspirational. It's literally it's inspirational. All right, that black people can use the N word. It's inspirational.
Do you think that 9th grade teachers reading To Kill a Mockingbird out loud is racist?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I'm not gonna stop them because it's not my place to stop them, but I think it's wrong.
I think the point of it being in the book is showing that it's wrong. And that with the teacher reading it out loud, and with the people getting uncomfortable with it is like the point why it's in there.
It's just I don't understand it. I wouldn't understand it.
I think that the point of it being in there is to make us uncomfortable, so that when you get uncomfortable while people are reading it, that's like what it's supposed. That's the reaction it's supposed to entail.
I mean, I'd have to look into it more. I don't like it right now.
I'm just saying, like, that's the point. The point is to make you uncomfortable and to realize, like, this is wrong. And that how back then it was wrong, you know?
I mean, maybe.
The author of To Kill a Mockingbird, obviously the theme is that, like, is racism, right? Like, that's a super prevalent theme. So, if he didn't want to show like the actuality of it, then he wouldn't have put it in there. And it's just showing that like, do you think that the author writing it is racist?
No, not writing it, because that's. I don't know. I don't think it's racist. I don't think it's racist that he wrote it, because it's like, I don't freaking know. I haven't read the book. I haven't read To Kill a Mockingbird.
You're joking.
No. I was never made to. I never read Romeo and Juliet. I never read...
In early college, you never read...
I never read To Kill a Mockingbird.
Do you know anything what it's about?
I something about a fence and a man who makes a guy paint a fence.
There's no painting fences. Oh my god. Oh no, dude. You've never read To Kill a Mockingbird?
Do you kill any mockingbirds in it?
No. You know why it's called To Kill a Mockingbird? Mockingbird's a symbol. In the book, there's a quote where it's like, a mockingbird don't do anything but make songs, so it's a sin to kill one. And so so basically, for people who like Tomas, either spark noted To Kill a Mockingbird for a test and don't remember it, or
just didn't get assigned.
Didn't get assigned to read it. It's a great book. It's an American classic. People think it's bad or good or whatever, and it's a great book. It's one of my favorites of all time, actually. So basically, there's this young girl, and she's white, and this was back when slaves were first freed, or like not first freed, but like after. So there was some segregation going on, right? Mm-hmm. And so there's a girl named Scout. She's white, and then she has a brother. I forgot her brother's name. I'm sorry. And then her dad is an attorney, and his name is Atticus.
Okay.
And I think it's Atticus.
Sister, brother, and attorney.
And so the whole point of the book is that there's a court case for I forgot the guy's name, for a black man, and he said that he abused a white girl. But what actually happened is that the white girl, the black person was like attending to the yard for the white girl, and then the white girl started having feelings for the black guy, and then the girl's dad found out, so then the white girl made it look like
it was his fault.
The father beat the girl, and then they accused the black man, and since it was in the South or whatever, or not in the South, it was segregation, they went to court. And
what was the time period? Like 1970, 1980?
I don't know the exact time period, but
it was after slavery.
Yeah, so it
was like 1960s maybe, 1950s, or I don't know. After the Civil War.
Dude, the Civil War is in like 1860.
Okay. It's still segregation up until Martin Luther King.
I already said that.
Martin Luther King is like 1970, right?
I already said that. Dude, that doesn't...
I'm just trying to get a picture.
So, they go to court, right? And, Scout, the girl, at, like, school, they're calling her an N-word lover, and she's getting bullied because her dad is defending the black man. And then they go to court, and all along there's just a B story of this guy who lives in a house, and his name's Boo Radley. And he's the Mockingbird or whatever. And then the brother's name is Jem.
Okay.
The brother's Jem, and the Jem is also the Mockingbird. Boo is also the Mockingbird, and then the black man is also the Mockingbird because.
Are they all? What race are they?
No, they're not. Well, one's black. I don't know what race Boo is, and then Jem's white. It's just like they all are trying to do good, and it's pointless to kill him. So the black man, they lose the court case because he's black, right? And then he gets sent to prison. And then he tries to escape, and then gets killed. And then they kill him. They kill him for no reason because he's the Mockingbird, right? Mm-hmm. And he didn't do anything to the girl. But then later in the book, the guy who beat the daughter is killed by Boo Radley, and they don't sentence Boo to jail because he did the right thing. And basically, it's just like a whole theme about.
Sounds like Boo was white.
I don't know.
I mean, the other guy lost the court case because he was black.
Boo like stays in his house, and no one knows if he's real or not.
Oh, so no one even knows if he like actually killed the guy.
No, they definitely know though. But so basically, it's like it's basically just like it's a themes about like
People die.
People die, but it's a great book. I'm just saying is like in the book, there's a lot of the N word, and in class, the teachers when they read out loud, especially in the court, they say it a lot. And the point I'm saying that the point that it's in there is to make you feel uncomfortable because you know that they're wrong.
Okay, well,
bad.
I mean, I'm not gonna say it's right or wrong, but it sounds like it has deeper meaning that can be interpreted in different ways.
But yeah, you should definitely read it. I feel like since you're reading
I've read Of Mice and Men.
I never read Mice and Men.
Well, there we go. I read one American classic. You read another.
Wait, isn't Mice and Men?
It's the one about the
some guy like runs away and then
yeah, but he's mentally disabled.
And then there's also that he like meets.
He's being taken care of by his brother.
He meets a black guy, doesn't he?
I'm not sure if he meets a black guy. I don't remember. It was like freshman year.
Do I know more of it than you do?
In the end, he kills a girl on accident, and his brother's like fed up with him, so he brings him out to the forest and shoots him because he's like he can't deal with taking care of him anymore. The mentally disabled guy.
Well, I think if you read To Kill a Mockingbird, it's not a boring read or anything. It's not like some books for school are like bad. I think To Kill a Mockingbird is actually a great book. I think if you read it like on your own time, like not for fun and not for school, you'll get more enjoyment out of it for school.
Makes sense.
Like even though I liked it and I read it for school, I still think if I read it, which is like an audiobook and not for school, I would like it even more. I just think it's a great book. And you never read Romeo and Juliet?
No, I've watched the movie.
Oh, so like I know.
I know.
Love makes you do like stupid things.
Yeah.
And it's like uncontrollable.
He freaking killed himself, and then Juliet just woke up.
And then killed herself too.
And then she killed herself.
Because
they could have loved.
They could have loved. And then you got like there's like so many things happening in that. Yeah.
And then it's like there's so many ways that they could be together at the end, but then they just can't because they're dead now.
Wait, dude. A book I read for AP Lit you might like a lot. It was another Shakespeare. It's
I think I'm good. I don't want to read a book right now.
Nah, dude, this book is so fun because there's fairies, and their whole point is to mess with people.
They're fairies, as in
fairies, like actual fairies.
Yeah.
Okay, so the book's called A Midsummer Night's Dream, right? It's a play, right? And there's a lot of different plots going on. One plot is there's a couple who like each other, but then there's another guy and the girl their like parents want him to marry him. And there's another girl. It's basically like there's like a love triangle going on. Then also there's like a completely other story of these really bad actors trying to go put on a play. And there's this one guy who talks like he's better than everyone, but he's actually like the worst actor of all of them. And then there's a C plot of like fairies, and then the fairies...
Wait, are the fairies messing with these two things?
The fairies mess with the other two plots.
Yeah.
But the whole reason why there's like this
one
guy...
And do they like merge together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fairies mess with people. There's one guy who just plays jokes, and then he plays a joke on like the big fairies because one has like a son that he doesn't want to give to the dad. It's really weird. But then the joke, the fairy that messes with people puts like love potion on like the wrong people, and then they all start loving each other and everything. and then at some point the guy who was a really bad actor, like the worst actor, the whole point is that they put a love potion on the girl fairy because the guy wants the son, and then the bad actor, they turn into like they put a donkey's head on him and calls him like he's literally an ass. So then the first thing you see when you wake up and fall in love to, so the fairy falls in love. He's now in
love with donkeys?
Yeah, he's in love with the donkeys. Ass. He's in love with...
Just with that one donkey?
Yeah, it's a guy with the donkey as a head. So so in the story it's like she's in love with the ass.
How long does he keep on the donkey head?
It's like no, it's a real donkey head the fairy put on him. It was a joke.
Oh, forever?
And then he takes it off, and then...
Wait, what? Is it a fake donkey head or a real donkey head?
The fairy puts a real donkey head on the person. And then it's a fairy, so you can just take him off as soon as you want to. Dude,
kind of weird.
There's so many different plots going on. In the very end...
When you said fairy, I thought you were talking about some, like, societal name for...
A real fairy.
I know, like some sort of type of person, and it made me think of how some... like very hairy homosexual people are called bears.
bears, when I think of bears, I think of stocks.
Bearish? I've been making jokes about like when I'm talking about our podcast, like the entertainment level of our podcast is so bullish right now.
It just keeps going up.
Yeah, it keeps on going up, and it's like the projected entertainment time is going up or something.
Our duration, our interactions going up. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Dude, stocks. So for people that know, we are in econ class because we're seniors.
Yeah.
And we have to for our school.
We have to spend $90,000 of fake money in this like database where we can buy any sort of stock, any type of cryptocurrency on the U.S. market.
So we have a stock project, and it's like a game.
Mm-hmm. See who can make the most money.
Yeah, and my favorite is the one guy who is literally there's the guy that sits next to me, super smart guy, like really smart. He was at the bottom. He was at the very bottom. He was down, I think like 20-some%. He was like,
I'm down like 10 grand right now.
Yeah,
but that's just because the whole market right now is like it's been plunging.
Yeah, I know, but like he was down so much, and he's like, dude, I hate this game. Dude, the stock game sucks. If I had to rate it, I'd give it a 0 out of 10. He's like, this game's so stupid. It makes me sad.
The enjoyment of this game is bearish right now.
He's like, I'm rating the stocks as like a game and saying it's bad.
Dude, I'm literally like reading the graphs and like finding like graphs that are like just a little below like their projected area to like pop off, and I'm like ready to buy them, and then they're just like going down now, and it's so annoying.
I haven't done anything since I put my money in.
I've sold Bitcoin and made a couple thousand.
The guy put money in Ethereum, and he's down like 20-some% on that. You know, I talked to your dad, and he's like, you should invest in AMC for your stocks. I invest in AMC. I'm down 20-some% on my investment.
Don't worry, Dom. AMC, it's a theatrical business, right? So, right now, there is a whole bunch of hedge funds and people who are pouring millions and billions of dollars into shorting this stock, which a short is basically means that you're betting against a stock. So, these people who are putting millions and billions of dollars into AMC, saying that it's gonna completely collapse. They've been doing this for the past year, since January of 2020, right? And right now, their shorts are so built up, and there's such a community behind this stock AMC called the apes, who just hold. That's all they do. They hold their stock. I've bought into it. My dad's bought into it. So many people, thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands of people have bought into this stock, and there's a whole community behind it. That eventually, these hedge funds and people are going to have to repay their stock or their shorts, because that's just how it works. You have to repay back your shorts. And also, there's this thing where there's synthetic shorts that are being created because there's this crazy process. I'm not sure how it completely works, because it's been so long since I invested in it. But I distinctly remember there was a whole process on how synthetic shorts are made, where there's hundreds of millions out there that just aren't counted, that are going to have to be paid back eventually. And when they have to pay back these shorts, it is an exponential increase in the value of the stock, because they pay back $1 million. It goes up $2 in price. It's now at $37. They pay back another $1 million. It goes up a little bit more. $3. It goes up $3.
So you're saying I'm gonna get my money back?
You're going to get your money back.
But I couldn't put too much in it.
Yeah, I put 25 in.
Oh,
put 25K.
Well, I sold out of I invested in YOLO stock, and I was down a lot. So I bought high and sold.
Because why wouldn't you?
YOLO. I bought high and sold low. You know, the best thing. And I put the rest of money.
No, that's terrible. We are not financial advisors. Do not take any of this as financial advice.
You know what Luca's been doing? Oh, I just dropped his name. I gotta edit that out.
Yeah, you can use Luca.
Anyways, well, the guy, his name's Luca, right? And you've been looking at graphs You know what he does?
He looks at the names.
No, he talks to the guy. He talks to his friend next to him, and he's like, "All right, rock paper scissors. Loser shorts, winner buys. Rock paper scissors. I got a short, and it's the wrong decision." And he put 25K and he meant to short it.
No.
But accidentally bought it. And he misclicked, and that cost him like a couple grand.
No way.
He's like, yeah, dude, I meant to short it, but I misclicked, so I'm down pretty bad. It's so funny,
dude. But the AMC thing, it's called the Moaz, the mother of all short squeezes.
What?
It's gonna get up to $100,000 a share.
I'm sorry.
Look into it, guys. Look up AMC on YouTube. It's crazy.
I'm not sure if I'm the only one, but every time Tomas said shorts, I thought of actual shorts that you wear. I don't know why. I listened to what you said, but
That's because the American economy is weird, dude.
No, dude, I listened to everything you say, but every time you said shorts, I just kept imagining you holding up a pair of shorts. I don't know why. I just imagined it was
probably because the name shorts is the name shorts.
I was like, shorts. I'm wearing shorts. I don't know why, dude. It just happened that way.
The American economy is so corrupt, dude. It's so corrupt.
Are we going to talk about capitalism?
Everything is so messed up. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, it doesn't matter who's in the presidency because everyone's just a puppet. They're just a puppet because people listen, or they listen to all their advisors, and their advisors put in words in their ears.
You're a sheep.
What? Everyone's a sheep. Everyone's a sheep.
Oh, dude, there's a lot of sheep.
No, but
sheep.
Here's the vibes. It doesn't matter if you're a sheep. Listen to what you want to. Be the person who you want to be. That's all I gotta say.
In econ we watched a video of being a sheep, and
really?
For social media.
Oh,
you saw that
the documentary called the social
something.
Oh crap!
Something short. No.
Social
pandemic. No.
Social
dialect. No. Decision. Demonetized. That's not it.
That's definitely not it.
Did it start with a D?
The social dilemma.
I knew it started with a D.
Yeah, good job, Dom. Good job.
That was a nice slap on
dude. You could slap me anywhere that isn't my nuts, and it will not hurt, except for my face. Actually, you can not my nuts and not my face. You could slap me anywhere; it's not gonna hurt because of diving.
Well, I was gonna talk about the social dilemma.
Yeah, the social dilemma.
But
is
also,
crazy.
when you said not in my nuts, so since I can't play soccer, I've been hanging out with the coach's youngest son because he comes to practice, and and
he talks about nuts.
No, he knows my name. I'm the only guy on the team who knows his name, and he's like, that's my friend. That's Dom. And when I show up late, he's like, guys, Dom's here, and he's like, he really likes me. Like I'm like one of his good friends or something because I hang out with him all the time, but. What he does is he just goes around and just goes, boom!
Oh my gosh!
Just in people's nuts.
No! That's so bad.
Dude, I know. And I'm like, dude, no. This is your no-no square. You don't hit people in your no-no square.
You can't touch people's nuts, dude.
And, dude, I was sitting on the sidelines with another guy who's hurt, and it was like me, the guy who's hurt, and little child, and he kept just going, boom! And I'm like, dude, you can't do that. That's not funny.
This is messing up our team's ability to play the game.
Dude, he just...
You guys lose the game because the kid keeps twacking each other's nuts. Yeah, everyone's nuts.
It was during a coach talk. He's going around behind everyone.
This is the coach's son?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. What does he think of this?
He didn't see it because he's so short. He would go behind everyone and put his finger up the booty hole.
1,000 years of death.
Yeah, he'd be like, boop! And then everyone's like, boom! It's like, but trying not to make a noise because the coach is talking. And I was like...
Sexual harassment? But from a child.
So then I brought him. I was like, dude, you can't do that, all right? It's not funny. So then he would go in the front and go, boom!
The older man speech.
He's a menace.
I've had to do that a couple times with people who are younger.
Yeah. Dude, the thing about I'm low-key learning how to father. I'm becoming a good father figure.
Oh my gosh, I want kids when I'm older. I want 6.
6?
I want 6 children.
What job are you working?
I'm gonna be a future stuntman film industrialist. All right. I want to be a stuntman when I'm older for movies.
But 6 kids? I'm
gonna be a millionaire, Dom. I'm gonna have my own ranch. I'm gonna have horses, ATVs, 4-wheelers, motorcycles.
So you want to live by yourself?
I'm gonna have a wife.
No,
and we're gonna have
I'm saying like you want to live with your family, but isolated.
I want to have a compound. I want to have a natatorium that's 10 minutes away, that I can drive there and I can be a dive coach after I'm retired from my stuntman job. Also actor, also influencer, also podcaster, also moonlander, also Mars activist, also CEO of a tech company.
All those things.
Everything. I have big dreams, man. I want to be big. I want to be important.
Okay. I'm going to ask you this. I'm not joshing you or anything,
You're good.
Okay?
Yeah.
Do you think that because you dream so big that when you don't meet your dreams, you get very sad that you didn't meet your dreams?
Nah,
or
because
you didn't meet your goal.
Nah, because you shoot for the stars, you're gonna hit the atmosphere.
Well, I think that you're always like, Dom, I'm gonna be an Olympic diver. That's my goal.
Well, look where that got me. Saying that since freshman year. I'm gonna be I'm not sponsored. I'm going to IUPUI on scholarship. D1 school, best natatorium in the country, training there daily.
Do you think you're gonna be an Olympian?
There's a possibility. Maybe that me saying that as a freshman, and now being a senior and diving every single day throughout that, telling myself I'm gonna be an Olympian, or that being at least in the back of my head, like training that hard, has got me to the place where I am. So if I keep on doing that throughout college and I have access to these amazing facilities, there's a possibility. But also, if I'm not, I'm going to be competing at a high level in D1 athletics, doing the sport that I love.
So, let me rephrase my question. Do you dream big, but do you realize, are you realistic in your dreams or not?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm not realistic.
So
if I was realistic, I would not have the personality. This podcast wouldn't be a thing.
If you were realistic?
Yeah, if I was realistic, this podcast would not be a thing because we would not have thought of it. If we were realistic.
What do you mean?
We have imaginative minds, Dom. We can think of things and make it happen.
That's not what I mean by realistic. Being realistic is is as soon as we start, like, being realistic, I don't dream as big as you. I think more realistically in like how achievable goals. Like, I don't really think of super long-term goals, and I there's no way. If I wanted to be an Olympian, I thought too late. I'm way too late.
I mean,
if I wanted to be an Olympian, I had to start way earlier.
I think being 14, I think that you could start when you're 14.
Let's break it down. So how many? If you're did you start when you're 14? Right?
Yeah, diving. But technically, I had a couple.
How many hours do you think you dove?
Oh my gosh, Tom! I don't know. At least 5,000.
You think 5,000?
At least.
At least.
How many hours are in a year?
You don't what?
I just want to know how many hours are in a year.
So how long is a practice? I mean, practice
2 hours. 2 hours on average. Because now I'm training 3 hours a day. Sometimes it was 1.5 hours a day.
So let's say freshman year, 3 months, and then how did you go to DDC?
Yes. Yeah.
So 5.
Let's just say 6. Let's say 6 months every year on average. 6 months times 2 hour or minus weekends though. So like 5 months. We'll say 5 months every single year. So on average.
So a month is 4 weeks. That'd be 20 weeks, right? 5 times 4?
Yeah, 20
So
weeks.
20 weeks times
5 days. Or well, no, 7 days because we're doing all week because we got rid of 1 month for weekends, like just on average.
So
7 times
7 times 20?
7 times 20?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, 7 times 20, that makes sense.
7 times 20. That's 100.
It's 140.
That's that 1,000. That's a 1,400.
1,400. That's day. Day? Hold up.
That's
No,
hours.
it's 140 days. 140 days.
140 days
Times 2.
times 2. Oh, so we're way less.
Yeah, we're way less. 140 times 2 is 280. 280 times 4.
That's
1,000. That's 1,000 something.
That's 1,000.
Okay.
To be a master at something, which you would,
10,000.
yeah. So you're a tenth of the way there. In 4 years.
Well, thinking about it like that.
So you're nowhere close.
Maybe we could add times 2 of that. Working out.
That's you're a fifth there. You're a fifth of an Olympian.
I mean, I'll take that so far. But I guess if I started, there's also the argument as if you start younger, you're not progressing as fast. You progress because you don't have the amount of muscle to learn huge movements. I guess you learn the fundamentals and you still have a leg up, but you don't learn as.
So you're saying that the Chinese divers who start when they're 3 don't learn as quick or as good?
No, I don't say that. I'm not saying they don't learn as good. I'm saying they don't learn right off the bat as quick. Like my learning curve for diving is lower for someone who starts when they're 7.
Yeah, but the people who are 7 are gonna be better than you.
Yeah,
that's
yeah. But that's just amount of training.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So
okay.
Even if you wanted to be Olympian, you started too late. You would have to start when you were 7.
Okay, well let's start. Let's take where we're at now. Work your hardest. It doesn't matter. There's always going to be people who are better than you. Dom, I was watching I watched a Joe Rogan clip.
Yeah, there's always someone better than you.
No. I watched a Joe Rogan clip and he's like, man, he was talking about someone who's talking about, man, I wish I started that earlier. And then Joe Rogan goes, well, you didn't, so start now.
That's a good mindset.
Like, it doesn't matter. People are always going to start before you.
I know, but if your dream was to be an Olympian, then it's not realistic anymore.
I mean, Mark Lindsay was a wrestler throughout high school, and senior year he started diving. Mark Lindsay's an Olympian. He's a diver. He has one of the best hurdles in diving history. Just now overtaken probably by Xie Yuan. XIE.
What country? What country?
Xie Yuan. It's Japan. No, it's China. It's China.
No. What country is the guy who was a
America.
wrestler? America.
Yeah, Mark Lindsay.
Where do you place in?
Not sure, but he was Olympian.
So you're saying you could be like him?
No. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? I'll try my hardest.
I think to be that good at something, to be a master of something, you need to have the innate raw ability or like natural talent plus the amount, like the 10,000 hours.
There's also something I've learned throughout training is it doesn't matter where you place in these events. It doesn't matter if you make it to the Olympics. It matters the journey of getting there. So if I make it to the Olympic trials one day, that's insane. Like that, who can say they've made it to an Olympic level event?
That's valid.
Yeah, like that's crazy. Who can say that they've competed at a D1 level in college athletics and actually like competed and had fun doing it?
You saying people don't have fun in D1?
No, I'm saying that there's, I don't know. Some people don't,
well,
I'm sure.
I think that saying you went D1 can mean a lot of things. It depends on, one, what sport, what school, and a lot of different things. So let's say you went to Alabama for football.
Mm-hmm.
That's way more impressive than, because the demand is so high, than going to IUPY for diving.
For football. Well, maybe.
I'm just saying.
IU is probably the same as Alabama for football. IU for diving, Alabama for football. Those are parallels. IUPUI for diving versus, I don't know, what's like a mid-tier football team?
No, I don't know.
Nevada? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not a football guy.
I'm
a
just
diving
saying.
guy.
I'm just saying. Let's say going to the top of the top notch of that sport. Going there is more impressive than going like somewhere else.
But D1 is always more impressive than D2.
Always.
Always.
But the supply and demand of Alabama football players or Duke basketball players is way more valuable.
But how many divers are there, Dom?
That's what I'm saying. So since there's not as many divers, the demand isn't as high.
But there's still, how many divers get taken on a team? 3 for each gender. How many football players get recruited? Like 70.
How many divers are trying out compared to how many football players are trying out, though?
It's probably even. Like the ratio is probably even, Dom.
Sure. Are you sure?
I'm not sure. How am I gonna be sure?
It's popularity. Football is way more popular than diving.
100%.
Same with soccer.
Same with any sport. Diving is like that one broom ice sport.
That's what I'm saying. So the ratio is definitely not the same.
It's not the. It could be. It could be. It could be similar.
No
it
way
could be
it's the
similar.
same. There's no way it's the same.
Could be similar.
There's always the same. There's zero.
It could be similar.
There's no.
But if you think about it, it could be similar. And then that was Organic Matters podcast. Honestly.
So in conclusion, TikTok is a thing. Did we talk about TikTok today?
We talked about it a little bit. I talked about the N-word is inspirational for Black people to take back from white people in the age of what the heck? I'm having a mind blank. What's that called? Segregation.
In conclusion, eat your avocados. Racism is so complex as a topic,
100%.
and
it's bad to be racist.
And dreaming big could either be rising or your downfall.
And wherever you are now, start something. It doesn't matter if it's good. It doesn't matter if it's bad. Start. And eventually you'll get better.
It's just those little wins, Waking up on time. Win. Homework on time. Win. New bench PR. Win. Eating right. Win. And that's why all we do is win.
No matter what.